respond to this attack.
So it's not just the president standing in solidarity with Israel, but many across Northern California as well. We go to our go-to reporter here on Primetime, Madison Keevy, live in Granite Bay, where so many there, Madison, have personal ties to Israel.
Yeah, Tony, and we saw that on display here tonight. Everyone has gone home. The solidarity and unity prayer that was hosted right here at the Chabad House at the Sacramento Jewish Academy has since ended a couple hours ago. But the sentiment, the joy, and the kind of support that everyone here shared earlier, we caught on camera, of course, and we can show you some of that. There was prayer, there were flags, there were hugs, and personal, again, stories that not just connected everyone that came, but connected many who live in our community with loved ones and family members that are currently in Israel. I talked to so many people here who said they had still family and loved ones who had moved to the United States within the last decade and still regularly traveled back, now worried that what they would be going back to in the future would look and feel very different. But tonight it was about coming together. And again, the main focus for those prayers were those who have been killed, or for those who had been killed rather, as well as for those hostages and their safe return to their loved ones.
So much uncertainty. I mean, wartime brings that big question mark of what will happen next. When you approach people and ask them, tell me your personal story, why are you here? Give us a snapshot of what some of them said.
Yeah, Tony, so I talked to one local man. He's actually from Sonoma. He is a kosher chef. He's a rabbi. He's also a kosher winemaker. He moved to the United States, was very creative, but he still has nearly a dozen. He has 11 brothers and sisters that are back and live in Jerusalem. He told me, though, about a miracle amidst all of what we've seen out of Israel in the last few days.
My 25-year-old brother and his family was under a roof when a bomb went through the roof but did not ignite. The bomb didn't went off by a miracle.
Wow, what a story. I think we lost Madison for a second. Do we have her back? Madison, do we still have you?
Yeah, I still have you,
okay.
Tony.
Okay, there you go. Let's talk about security there, because I know that is of heightened concern. Nationwide, they've ramped up security whenever there are events like this. Was that part of tonight's ceremony as well?
Yeah, we did see heightened security here. There was one entrance in and one entrance out. There was private security that was here on site, but it ended up, of course, being very peaceful, no issues. And there were dozens of people that came and went safely. But it was, of course, part of that just to see that security presence. And they also guided traffic around because there were a lot of cars coming in.
I bet. Madison Keevy live in Granite Bay tonight. Madison, thank you. Let's get you up to speed and get straight to it now. Other stories we're tracking tonight here on Primetime Sacramento. Here's what our team has for you, beginning with some wild video as looters run wild.
I'm Tori Apodaca in Rio Linda, where a 7-Eleven was looted on Sunday night. You can see these boarded up walls, just some of the damage that was caused by these looters. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says that it stemmed from a sideshow that happened in the intersection just in front of the store at Rio Linda and Elkhorn Boulevards. We're told that 40 to 50 people ransacked the store and took off with thousands of dollars worth of items and caused thousands of dollars worth of damage. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says that the state categorizes this as a non-violent crime, and when caught, those looters may just face citations.
I'm Shantae Passmore, just outside the Placer County Superior Court. A fentanyl dealer convicted of murder learned his fate. 22-year-old Nathaniel Kamakungan received a sentence of 15 years to life after investigators say he sold pills to 15-year-old Jules Wolf. The Placer County DA said it marked the first ever fentanyl murder conviction in California. The victim's family tells us they appreciate all the work leading to this moment. However, they say no conviction or sentence will bring it.
It's one that you're going to see only on CBS 13 for the first time. Speaking out in their first TV interview since he was exonerated back to 1987. Sean Melton is the man who was wrongfully accused supposedly what they thought at the time was killing a missing boy out of Vallejo ago, that he, Sean Melton, was exonerated, and police now believe side to the story.
As you can tell, it's been a busy news day. Complicated news day. We will sort it out for you. And right now we go to my co. Three more things you need to know tonight on this busy night, Marley.
Sure is a busy night, Tony. First, rapist is now headed back to prison and likely for the rest of his life. Ronald as a sex offender in Bakersfield. Now, he already served 35 years in prison, the 5-day window. He now faces 25 years to life because of this sentencing now set for next month. Olympic gold medalist Mary Lou Retton pneumonia and is in the hospital right now. Her daughter reported on social media retired gymnast is battling for her life in the ICU at a Texas hospital, not able to breathe on her own. You'll remember Retton has 4 children. Wish her the best. And from the MLB to Capitol, Dodgers player Steve Garvey announced he's running for Senate. Garvey, who will bring change and conservatism to the Senate if elected. He's looking to fill the late Dianne Feinstein Senate seat. He joins Congress members Adam Schiff of Burbank, Katie Porter of Irvine, and Barbara Lee of Oakland in the race to run for the seat.
Wow, Steve Garvey. Now, I grew up in L.A., so I grew up in when I was 10, he was like one of my favorite players. I got to meet him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever think
back then, you know, his hair was all perfect.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks the part.